You may recall when we work with the distributive law, if we had 5 outside of A plus, or let's make it 2A plus 3, the distributive law said that that 5 has got to be distributed over each of the terms inside the brackets, and so we get 10A plus 15. So that's what's called removing brackets or expandings, and the opposite of expanding is factorizing. So this is called expanding. When we go from here to here. When we go from here to here, it's called factorizing. And the process is not too bad, as long as we remember some basic fundamentals. So we're going to start with 10A plus 15, and we want to factorize. Now write it down as its factors. Two things or more that when multiplied together are going to give us 10A plus 15. Now we look at the numbers first, and we looked for the highest common factor. Now we've already looked at that, so we can see that 10 can be factorized. 2 into 10 goes 5, 5 into 5 goes once. So 10 is equal to 2 times 5. 15, smallest prime number that goes into 15 is 3. 15 goes 5, 5 into 5 goes once. So 15 is equal to 3 times 5. Now the highest common factor of 10 and 15, we look for what is common in the prime factorizations. Here's the prime factorization up here. What factors are common? Well, there's no 2's down here, but there is a 5 up here and down here. So there's no 3's up here, so the only factor that's common is 5. In other words, the highest number that goes into 10 and 15 is 5. Now that's a trivial example, and most of you would realise just by looking at 10 and 15 that 5 is the highest number, but it's going to get a bit trickier as we go, so I'll do that. All right, so 5 is the highest common factor, so that's what goes out the front. And my next question is to work out what is the first term here, is to say, what have I got to multiply 5 by to get 10A? 5 times what is 10A? Or 5 times 2A? 5 times 2 is 10, and I get the A times the A, so 10A. Bring the sign across. What have I got to multiply 5 by to get 15? And the answer is 3. So we've then gone and check our answer up there. Yes, that's correct. So we have done the factorization of 10A plus 15. So we can go now for factorizing not just linear. Linear when the highest power is equal to 1. But let's do an example of, say, factorize 3xy squared plus 9x y. Okay, we write it down. 3xy squared plus 9xy. If you like, you could write down the factorizations here. So we got 3xy squared equals 3 times x times y times y. And 9xy is equal to, we can factorize 9 in prime factors, 3 times times x times y. And to find the HCF, highest common factor of 3xy squared and 9xy, let's just scan through both factorizations. Certainly there is a 3 top and bottom, there is an x top and bottom, there is a y top and bottom. So that is common to both factorizations. So 3xy will be my highest common factor. It is common to both sets of factors there. So we will put 3xy out the front, open my brackets, and I'm going to put two terms inside there. My next step is to say, what have I got to multiply 3xy by to get 3xy squared? Well, if I multiply just by another y, that'll be 3 times x times y times y. Y times y is y squared. Bingo, got it. Plus comes across. What have I got to multiply 3xy by to get 9xy? Well, straight away we can see we've got to multiply this 3 by 3 to get the 9, and then xy will be there anyway. So 3xy times 3 will give me 9xy. So we've done the factorization of 3xy squared plus 9xy will be 3xy, open bracket, y plus 3, close bracket.